The Mazda 3 has always been one of, if not the driver's choice in the compact car segment. The only problem is that over past generations, the stellar drive dynamics were packaged in with either cartoony styling or less than impressive cabins or tech features that were a step behind competitors. Well, this here is the new 2019 Mazda 3 sedan that just may finally be the complete package of great driver without any of the past compromises. Design-wise, the Mazda 3 had already moved away from the grinning front end during the previous generation for a more mature look, but the new model strikes an even cleaner and more elegant appearance that's void of hard character lines and creases. In particular, it's a looker from the front three-quarters view, with the big grille, skinny headlights, and subtle body lines, but the back end is on the plain end of the spectrum. Inside, the simple and clean theme continues. Soft touch leather surfaces are everywhere on the flowing dash, door panels, and center console with a tasteful slathering of metallic trim. There's not a cheap looking surface anywhere, which wasn't the case before. Seating position behind the steering wheel is also exceptionally comfortable. From a cabin comfort standpoint, the only major thing that may turn off some people is that it's clearly one of the smaller compact cars out there, even though it's now more than 3 inches longer with 1 inch located in the wheelbase. The back seat is definitely snug, and headroom in both the front and back isn't exactly plentiful, even for a little guy like me. Tech-wise, the new 3 is much improved. All models get a new 8.8-inch infotainment system that in this premium trim features navigation, Bose audio, and satellite radio. And finally, it's both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capable. But for a more in-depth rundown of the technology features inside of the 3, make sure to take a look at our separate tech check video. At launch, all 2019 3s will be powered by a massaged 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, making 186 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque, with a new Skyactiv X engine joining the lineup a little later on. While a 6-speed manual transmission will be available on hatchback premium trims, the rest of the 3s will use a 6-speed automatic, helping return an EPA estimated 27 miles per gallon in the city and 36 miles per gallon on the highway. Grunt off the line is a little underwhelming, but it does perk up from the middle of the rev range on, with the gearbox ripping off well-timed up and down shifts. It's got paddle shifters too, but they're not super fun to use. Instead, I'm perfectly happy letting the transmission do all the work by itself in sport mode for harder driving. Available all-wheel drive is a new trick up the 3 sleeve to be a Subaru Impreza alternative, but this tester is just a standard front driver. Not surprisingly, it reacts well to being tossed around hard thanks to a stiffer chassis and, believe it or not, new torsion beam rear suspension that replaces the old multi-link setup. I know it sounds weird, but Mazda says lateral stiffness and NVH improve, and after driving it, I have to say I believe them. Entering corners, there's a little bit of body roll before the car takes a set and tracks right on through on the 18-inch Toyo tires. The rear end isn't jumpy over mid-corner bumps, which is a surprise, and steering feedback and weight are just superb. Ride comfort around town for normal driving is also excellent. The only thing that does take getting used to is a brake pedal that doesn't offer a strong initial bite that I normally like. Instead, it's tuned to deliver stopping muscle in a more progressive manner for smoother braking. So more pedal pressure equals more stopping power, which does make sense. I'm just not so sure I'm in love with it yet. The 2019 Mazda 3 sedan starts at $21,895, which represents a hefty $2,905 price hike over the outgoing car, with this premium model punching in at $27,695. The base price is higher than the starting price tags on competitors like the Honda Civic, Kia Forte, and Toyota Corolla, but the premium just may be worth it to have the best driving car in the segment that also now boasts button-up styling, a great cabin, and up-to-date tech. As for me, if I was shopping this segment, I'd end up with this Mazda or the Honda.